What's up, Nick? Yeah, I'm doing all right. Small bit of cough, but I think that's more of just because like how inactive I am typically. So, yeah. Like I'm very physically inactive, so might be my body telling me that I need to get more active. Oh, before I forget, give me the water I need for my painting. Okay, let's get started because I've actually been looking over the model itself and I'm kind of happy with the result thus far. There's a few things I think I could do to spruce it up a little bit more, but otherwise. Like I think in these panels, maybe do like what I did with the shoulder pads, I painted blue in the middle and then painted white on the lines. What I'm thinking. That way there's not as much gold. There's supposed to be gold, but otherwise the model's coming out pretty good. Let me double check a few things though for there's a little blue and white on the middle part, but it's mainly gold. I don't know how I would do that. I think I could do those like that though. That'd be interesting. As I think what I could do is like there's these small metal panels like to the side that are like kind of draping off, almost like the kind of scale mail almost. And there's different like little parts there. What I could do is I could probably dab each one, like every off one be blue and every other off one be white. Thinking maybe doing that to kind of give it a pattern feel. Yeah, I think I'll do that. But yeah, so I'm starting a little early because I'm actually leaving today. Not leaving for a long time, just going out to hang out with friends tonight. I have a Vanguard tournament I was to attend tonight, so I'm going to be going to that. Roommate invited me out. I'm like, yeah, sure, sounds like a plan, because I haven't been out in a while. I haven't played in a Vanguard tournament other than the one that brought up for that event. Which, by the way, the reason why I haven't posted the videos of that yet is because actually the videos in themselves were not bad. The problem is that I didn't have the voices recorded from the opponent's side, so it's just me talking by myself, and it's just kind of like, nah, that kind of ruins it. It was on me. So the videos I was going to post for that was actually just not gonna happen. They're gonna stay on my YouTube channel on unlisted, but that's about the extent of it. So unfortunately, the videos I wanted to do are not gonna be there. Have his mind image of Sigmar is a mindless enhancement armor. Like 1,000 suns. I'm pretty sure he has his mind. The main reason why I think he has his mind is because like Teclis kept trying to put him into a body, and the body kept disintegrating. thanks to the curse that Arkin put on him. But he ended up going, possessing the armor that Teclis had prepared for him on its own volition. So that leads me to believe that Altharion has his mind. Let me just keep that up. But yeah, so I'm pretty sure Altharion has his mind. Like, I don't see why not. As far as I understand, he does. Let me actually hold on. I have the battle tome right here. Whoops, knocked over my nail clippers. Get out of here, Teclis. Let's see. Let's see. So here's the actual entry from a Blight of Altharion. It says, Altharion the Grim was once the pride of the Elven race, a warden of the sacred realm, and as gifted a leader as he was a warrior. In his final days of the war, in the final days of the world that was, it was he who directly opposed Nagash's resurrection, the event that inadvertently led to the destruction of the Elven race. Matched in an arcane duel against Arkin the Black, he fell to the Mortec's withering spell, and his body was turned to dust. Yet something of his legend lingered on, especially in the minds of Tyrion and Teclis, who had marked his sacrifice well. The legend of Altharion had abided across the aeons, and his soul, as strong and luminous as it was, still existed in the form of scattered spiritual energy, having never been claimed by Nagash. Through painstaking meditation and fasting that lasted a full month, Teclis identified the particles of that energy. Seated atop the tall mount of Agaluth, he reached out to them with his mind, linking his conscience to each tiny mote of spirit that was once had been Altharion. For it was Teclis' theory that the energy of a potent soul could not truly be destroyed. On his travels, Teclis encountered an elf who bore a striking resemblance to his old friend, and persuaded him to agree to forming a doppelganger. Using the strange... Okay, I was reading that right. Using the strange reproductive magics of Alithia, I think, something like that. Anyways, Teclis created an inert body, tall and strong, for Altharion's soul to inhabit. It was arrayed in glory while journeying through Sire, or Yar, or whatever. Anyways, Teclis had commissioned artifacts to mirror those heirlooms once born to war by Altharion, as best as he could recall them. These included a beautiful fang sword, a talisman redolent with magic, and a suit of ornate armor created by a helm of the Yeversian style. All that remained was the soul moots of Altharion to occupy the body, and Teclis' old friend would be reborn. Tragedy struck as a glistening No, excuse me. As the glittering echoes of soul energy entered the mortal body Teclis had prepared, the curse that Arkan had put upon Altharion had somehow lingered on, and the Gilkarum, something like that, turned to dust as soon as the soul moots settled within it. Teclis wept, for his mental odyssey had been punishing. It was hard indeed to see his efforts wasted. But as his tears fell on the mountainside, something remarkable happened. The armor of Altharion, inhabited only by a softly glowing light, slowly got to its feet and saluted him with the fanged sword. Teclis has tried to fashion new bodies for the light of Altharion to inhabit many times since, but every time he tries, the Altharion construct crumbles to dust. That has not stopped the warded soul from fighting alongside the Lumineth, however. At times, he even leads their armies, his telepathic commands sounding loud and clear in the minds of those war hosts he takes to battle. His legend has begun anew, and already many savage and terrible warlords have fallen to his darting blade. Few could best a master swordsman whose form is only made of magic and gleaming light. And that is the entry for the Light of Altharion. Maybe, I don't know. I can't say for certain. It doesn't give me much of an impression. He still sounds like he fights like the same he did before. So yeah, I think honestly he actually has his mind. I don't think it's something that's controlled by Teclis. I think it actually is his soul. It actually is in control of him. Like Altharion controls himself. Because honestly, as much as I don't like Teclis, I don't see Teclis being the type of person that would control his friend. So I think legitimately honestly, that Altharion is completely in control of his body. Of his own inert will. That's what I want to believe, at least. And now I want to play Altharion. Anyways. So yeah. Based on that entry, it tells me that Altharion has complete control over his mind. So Altharion is the same badass that I love. Altharion literally is my favorite elf. Hell, he's like one of my favorite characters in general. Can't wait for Altharion and Arkan to meet again, except that Altharion will be more eager to resume trying to attack the skeletons to death. Actually, speaking of Altharion versus Arkan, that's what this book is for. Let's see what page that's on. Oh, there's an actual code. No, wait, there is. I just skipped it by accident. Here we go. Let's see. Page 22. Sounds up. How's it going, man? Page 22. I think this is it. Nope. Hmm. It was mentioned before, so I know it's somewhere. Let's see. Been a long while since I've been able to come to one of your streams. Yeah, I'm doing well. Sorry, well, so I'm trying to find this one thing. It's like, I know it's here. So it was mentioned. Oh, here's a picture of Altharian, so maybe. Hmm. Wait, I think this might be it. Okay, I think I found it. So, Yaraku narrowed his eyes against the intensity of arcane forces that bleached the air across the desert of ending. Finally, the remains of their strike force neared the realm's edge, and there, atop the shining ridge that formed the horizon, were their targets. To cross the perimeter, Emekul was to die. That much was known. The Wind Mage already felt cracks in his skin, the tiny scatterings of crystals that betrayed the fate in store for him. Six of his Urakan brother had been lost over the last month's grueling match, passing through what they believe to be harmless shafts of light. They had been transmuted into the heart of inert glass structures of their former incarnations. Overnight, 3 more had been reduced to nothing more than odd angular discolorations upon the sands, their bodies completely erased. The Lumineth had not slept since then. Fatigue was setting in, and the Illumian veterans leading the expedition had stumbled one by one as they made as they had made their way across iridescent dunes of geometrical perfect sand. Only the light himself had kept his footing. His stride was metronomic and precise. Yarku Wai had found himself thinking of the lightning's god paladins, slowly reduced to the creatures of mechanistic vengeance. Perhaps half a mile ahead, the final dune loomed. Men of bone rendered tiny by distance already marched towards them. Oh crap, let me just get my reading glasses on. Hold on, let me get my glasses on. Maybe this will be a little easier. My glasses aren't straight. Let's see. Perhaps half a mile ahead, the final dune loom. A band of bone rendered the distance. What it's. Did I read that? It was. Oh, wait, no. The final dune loom. Men of bone. No, wait, I haven't finished that last part. Reduce the creatures of mechanic. No, I had read that. Okay. Men of bone rendered tiny by distance already marched towards them, growing larger. Arcane's minions, no doubt. Ahead, the light of Altharion had stopped, aetheric currents whooping around him. Yarku Wai summoned his winds Jins and rose of the dune's gentle slope to meet the mortal commander. His Harukun fellows and the Illumini Vanari coming with him. There, atop the ridge, less than an arrow's flight away, were two immense pillars of raw Haitian energy. The gates of paradox. It hurts to look at them. Already the scent of death was thick on the wind. Marching down that dune was an army of the dead, a glowing miasma of greenish energy flowing around them wherever they gathered in great numbers. Behind them, to one side of the realm gate, of the realm gate portal, stood the Lich. The moment is nigh, and came Altharion's voice in his head, archaic in accent, but sure in tone. This, like all things, must end. The armored apparition drew his blades and charged. Hardakan, with me! Shouted Kawai, riding his wind gens up to the dune. He was joined by a score of wind chargers, each loosing arrows into the largest of the Morbica trucks that marched amongst the enemy's bone-sculpt infantry. The light had made his objective clear at the outset, and Yakru Wai had every intention of furthering them. He called out to the legendary winds of Gathriel and Daramaneth, sending the Harlequin Elementers, that's how it's pronounced, okay, forward to toss the undead forms left and right. Kuwei, added his own gale to the cause. Amongst the Mortex battle line, a clear path was made, as if a river had been parted to expose the sandy bed beneath. Arkin glowered at the end of it, staff raised as he stood in the saddle of his great deathless steed. The Hardakan surged forth, but Altharion outdistanced even them, sprinting in a blur of light straight for his nemesis. A formless echo of revenge came to the death-rattled voice of the Lich. How pathetic! Arkin's image split, and then split again until five more dark Semiclas loomed atop the ridge, each atop its own dread abyssal steed. Altharion answered with a lancing beam of light from his sword that seared into the central image, blasting it with glittering fractals. Kuwai shouted a warning as the jaws of the leftmost image gaped impossibly wide. but it was too late. Black tendrils shot from its maw to grasp Atharian's limbs. They passed straight through him. From inside the armor, there was no substance to grab. Vaulting free, Atharian thrust the tip of the Selenari blade upon the prism-like rock and flicked it aloft. Another beam shot from the aether quartz on his helm, this time refracting through the prism rock into the sear of into the remaining of the Semikurta, whatever. 3 disappeared, the 4th falling from the saddle of its steed in an explosion that sent the beast reeling. The light of Atharian charged in without breaking stride. Within seconds, he was there, his twin blades thrusting forward to pierce the Mortarch's torso. Blindly, Arkan's steed, Razadar, swiped out with its huge claw, but the beast could not hope to catch a warrior as swift as light itself. I don't understand why that's what. Okay. Anyways, and darted the fanged sword, cutting deeper this time. Purple black light spilled forth from the lich's wounds. Arkan spat a dark curse and thrust out a hand to grasp Atharian's neck. It had been the same hand that had ended the elf's former life. This time, the hand clasp was upon nothing but light. Atharian's essence burned, and the lich withdrew his pulse claw, screaming as the magic that sustained his corporeal being began to unravel. He staggered behind his... oh my god, I can't speak. He staggered behind his mount towards the gates of Paradox, hoping to interpose it in between him and his nemesis, but it was no use. His foe was too nimble. Kuwai sent a wind to keep Arkan's warriors back at as the light drove the lich away from the realm gate. The elf's blows unremitting, to the very top of the final dune. The Mortarch was driven to the very edge of Hish, where even the laws of reality could be undone. Then, with the final push, Atharian cast his nemesis into pure nothingness. Howling, Razor dived after him. There was a blinding explosion of light, and then the last thing Kuwai ever knew was that the Mortarch and his steed were no more. So yes, Arkan and Atharian did re-meet in the Age of Sigmar. So yes, in fact, Arkan did in fact meet Atharian. Not in the way he hoped. Yes, I know that was a lot of poor reading on my part. So, apologies. Apologies you had to hear that garbage. Or my garbage reading, I should say. I kind of want to see that. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of want to see that. Well, I appreciate it, but it's like, you know, I'm only apologizing for like how terrible my reading ability is. Because it's pretty bad. That's why I could never be an English teacher, because I'm terrible at that kind of crap. I don't apologize. I don't apologize for putting that on stream. I apologize for my terrible reading. Oh, it's on the Discord. Okay. It doesn't work for me, sadly. But I think it's because I'm not a part of that Discord group. Nick, what you could do is you could save, I think you could save the picture to your computer and then just send it to the group on Discord. It didn't work. The picture's a good one. Yeah, just save it. Just save it, post it to the on the Discord, on our Discord, and the pictures or wherever it belongs. And then you could delete off your computer if you really feel it necessary. Hold on, let me move my thing. I can imagine. I've never had to do that myself, but I can imagine that it'd take it forever. do forget sometimes Windowlog has a tail. I do forget that. Yeah, the Twitter one worked. Yeah, the Twitter one did work this time. Thank you. But yeah, I do sometimes forget that Windowlog has a tail. So yeah, tonight I do intend to leave. The only reason I started early today is because I'm going to leave a little earlier than normal. Because I have to get ready for a tournament tonight. Other than the one I played at while I was back home in Florida, excuse me. Not Texas, because I'm in Texas. I live in Texas. Anyways, so while I was back in Florida, there was a tournament I took 55th in out of like 400 some odd people. That was the last tournament I've played in, so it's been about half a month now since I've last played in a tournament. I'm hoping to do well in it, but no for certains on that. All I gotta do is play my best, play I normally play. But it was I myself who gave the picture the idea. Nice. I do like it. But then again, I kind of just want to see Arusha in different outfits in general anyways. It's not that her current one is bad. It's not that hers is bad. It's that you want to, I don't know. Sometimes you just want to see characters that you like in different outfits. So I will say also, for those that have looked on my Instagram, you guys may know that I already have a Valerian model on there. So you may be wondering, why am I doing another? Why am I doing a second one? Because the first one I'm actually not satisfied with. Like, the model in itself doesn't look bad. The biggest problem is the cloak. If you look at the cloak, let me pull it up, hold on. Skimming. That's what you do to right. Hold on. All right, there's the link. So if you guys click through it, like, the model in itself doesn't look bad. Like, you look through it, okay, it looks good, and then you look at the cloak. Like, if you look at the middle part where there's the deepest crevice, Like, if you look how like just gritty that looks, that's not how I want it to look. Like, here's a comparison. I'm gonna post this on the Discord. This one on the this picture on the Discord. This is a comparison picture. All right, the other image is posted up on Discord. Compare the two, and you can see the difference. Like, the obvious difference. It's bad. So yeah, that cloak actually just I was so upset at that cloak. Because everything else about the model looks fine. Looks great, actually. Well, a few things with the white, but the white's always hard to work with. But yeah, I look at everything else and I'm like, I'm pretty satisfied with the model. But then I look at the cloak and I'm just like, no. Not happy with that model at all. I'm very unsatisfied with the model. And if I'm unsatisfied with the model enough, I will redo the thing. Like, oh my god, please. So yeah. Long story short, I ended up deciding I need to redo this model because I'm like, I can't disrespect Eltharion like that. I want it to look good, not bleh. You know? No, I can't. Well, okay. The thing is that model I already tried already to repaint that cloak several times, and that's the end result I came up with. If I wanted to strip the paint off the cloak, I would have to effectively strip the paint off of the whole model. Plus, also, to be fair, this army is the only reason why I don't just. The other reason why I don't just do that is also because I didn't want to restart that fully. But my roommate also wants to play this army too, so I'm like, I'll give you this Light of Eltharion if you give me the unbuilt one. Nah, you're good. I know what you meant. Point of the matter is like I didn't want to just strip the model just for the cloak, because the rest of the model looked fine. There's a few little details that were kind of like, but otherwise it looked fine. So long story short, excuse me, I'm doing this one because this will be my model. The one I'm not satisfied is going to my roommate. It's painted, so at the very least, it's like it's usable on a tabletop. So yeah, that's why. It's kind of just more of just like, I decided to do this because I'm stubborn. Also, to be fair, like once I feel like I'm done with a certain model, I'm just like, I don't want to touch it again. Granted, that's typically how I'm like, not always. I do sometimes go back and paint up a model to touch up it, but that's not very typical. I need a little more paint on that. Ah, crap. Well, at least white's easy to paint over, sort of. Take a bit more armor 2 again. Nice. You know what you could do with both of our models you could reenact Spider-Man Saga and have both of our hands work. Yeah. Yeah. You know what's the worst part? I already have an idea to do a third. I'm insane. I swear it. I swear I'm insane because I think I already have a model idea for a third one. It's like, oh my god, what am I doing to myself? But the actual third model actually will be different. Total noob here, but who is the red? Who's the Red Rider? That Red Rider is a part of the army called the Osiarch Bone Reapers. He is known as a Leech Cavalos, that's what it was. The Red Rider is Elite Cavalos. I mean, technically, my king on Skeletal Steel could almost be considered red, but he's more of a gold. He's got more gold than anything on his armor, so. Yeah, if I have a choice, I typically like to use a lot of reds, it looks like. Jeez. Not that's a bad thing. Yes, a third. But this one would be different. This one would actually try to make a mount for him. Now, we'd be thinking like, oh, but Dane, you've already said that he doesn't have a mount. That's true. He doesn't. This one would technically be for display purposes. I would be trying to make a new model with him still on it, but he wouldn't be on this. He wouldn't be on the base like this. It would be on top of a mount. Now, he doesn't have a mount in the game, but for Age of Sigmar specifically, by the way. But I do have intentions of putting him on a mount, and maybe an idea of what I could use him for. Yeah, so there is intention definitely to do a third. Now, am I going to do it right away? Probably not. But there is intent to do one. Because I have a good idea of what I want to do. So yeah, I know how insane it sounds to do a third, but there is intent. Because the idea is there and the idea looks good in my head. So if I could get the idea to work, I would definitely do it. Now, I don't know why I would use the model as, but not off the top of my head at least, but I have a few ideas. But yeah, the idea I think at the moment is to do something like take this model, take him off of the rocks that he's standing on top of, because the rocks in themselves aren't technically what keep them together. It's something else. So I think the idea could work. Because no other part of the model actually touches the base other than his feet. So technically it should work. But the idea is to take him, put him on a griff charger, which I'll show you what a griff charger looks like in a second. And I think I might put some wings on the griff charger. Maybe. I don't know. I have to actually look at the model again. Let me go look it up right now. Okay, that didn't work. Okay. Next idea then would be to check the Stormcast Eternals himself. No. Lord So it should be up soon. No, no. No. No, no, no. That's close, but that's not it. It's technically it, but I think I could find a different. No. Oh, that model specifically is only available through the Soul Wars box, isn't it? Okay. Well, next best thing. Okay, it doesn't have wings. Good. That could work. Okay, so the Griff Charger is this model, or it's the thing that the guy's riding on. So I'm thinking of, instead of using the model that rides upon him, use Eltharnian on top of that instead. Yeah, essentially. The world that was. I do want to make him essentially the world that was. That is the intent, at least. So yeah, but the model itself that you're looking at doesn't have wings, so I would need to grab a model that does have wings. So let me see if I can't find one. Stormcast Eternal Domination box, or Dominion box. That's what it was. Dominion. Here it is. Let me see if I can just get the picture. Oh, that's a terrible picture. Well, I should say that's a terrible zoomed in picture. There we go. Okay. Save that. Close those. All right, I'm going to post the image of the wings. Well, I'm going to post the whole model on Discord. All right, so this is the model. But I don't care about the whole model itself. I care about the wings. Because that wingspan works. That's for what I have in mind. So yeah, if you go check out the Discord, you'll see in the pictures the model I'm talking about. Because I can't get a good link to it. Because the model in itself is only available through the Dominion box. And there are no more Dominion boxes being sold on Games Workshop. So I can't link it. No, without sending you to a possible site, and I don't want to do that. So yeah, I'm just showing you guys a picture in Discord instead. So we take that wingspan with that model that I showed you guys in the chat with Eltharion on top of it, and that's the general idea. I don't know if someone else has done that idea yet, but I honestly want to attempt it. It sounds like an amazing idea, and I love it. So if I could get the model to look the way I want it to look, that would be awesome. There is a way to test it beforehand, technically, because my roommate actually plays Stormcast Eternals, so he has the model. Like, he doesn't have the model built, which is the point. He would have the wings unbuilt onto the model yet, and he has Griff Chargers that are built. So I could test, like, how would I put the wings put the wings onto the model with a variant on the back. I would have to do some configuring, but I think I could figure it out. If I can't figure it out myself, I know people that are really good at this kind of thing that would be able to help me with some suggestions on the idea, or at the very least help me get the idea, like, you know, placed the way I want it to placed. So the idea is there for doing for that Eltharion model, but it's going to take some work, and I would need to find out if I could get some wait. I need to check how many of I need to check how many boxes my roommate has of that set. If he has 2, I could use that, unless he gave that to a friend. I'll have to talk to him about it. At worst, I have to figure out a way to get the model myself. But I would rather not buy a whole bit Dominion box for just the wings. That was the point. And all that. Hey, Remus, how you doing? Hey, Remus, how you doing? Words hard do. So yeah, that's the general idea for the third Eltharion that I'm thinking about doing. And honestly, I kind of can't wait to try it. But I need to see if the idea would even work first. If it doesn't, there's no point. Because then I would be buying models for no real reason. Sort of. Like, I won't say it's great. It's there. Damn it. But I'm glad you're doing at least okay. Like, it's better than doing bad. But yeah, so that's the general idea I have in mind. There is another project in mind that I have, but this will be more towards like not actual AoS related, as more it will be more towards Total War related. And this, like, well, okay, it'll still be AoS related because it's going to involve models from AoS. But the difference is that they're going to be used for previews, if that makes sense. I have an idea of like what I'm going to do for, because I have an idea for a video that involves using like 4 different models from the 4 different gods and paint them up, build them, use them for a video for kind of like a which will be chosen, and then use another video to make a bit just a hint of like what's the next one, like what the one we're going to be playing as the first actual stream, what faction we're going to play as the first stream for Warhammer 3 when it comes available to me, which Warhammer 3 will be available to me actually on the 10th, by the way, not the 3rd. I will be able to start streaming Warhammer 3 as of the 10th. Excuse me. I think I put it out there before, but I want to make sure that it's known that I will be streaming Warhammer 3 as of the 10th. I want to start playing it a little earlier than that, but I mean, whatever. At least I get it. I'm getting it free, so who am I to argue? I'm not going to argue about it. Like, oh no, I can't play until the 10th, only a week before everyone else. What am I going to argue about that? Yeah, the only thing I'm worried about is my internet, but all right, I need to get more paint onto my palette.
Yellow.
Hey Remus, how you doing?
Testing. Hope I don't kill your net.
Yeah, should be fine. I think it's just that maybe if biggest issue might be just like depending on where I put everything. That makes sense. Alright.
I was being lazy in bed.
Fair enough, I understand the feeling. I do that way more often than I should. I don't even know if we're really even gonna get a chance to clean up some orcs, Nick. Can't deny I'm sorely tempted to call this done, but it's not.
What do you still need to do?
Technically, the legs, the arms, swords, the helmet. So, but like the things I'm talking about, like that needs to be done, is more like it's smaller details. So it's not technically necessary, but I'm picky like that, especially when it's a model I care about. That's why my Gray Seer looks so like well done, because I gave a care about that model. It's also why like my freaking Ikka model came out okay-ish. Like it looked pretty similar to Ikka himself. Yeah. Close that up. Oh, you too.
He's just jealous that orcs are sexier than him.
Hey, man. Okay. I was just checking out a reference point for his model. So the gloves are brown, so I'm going to use the brown for that. Now, technically, the part I'm about to paint is technically metal comparatively to like his normal version back in Total War. Total War, they're actual leather gloves. These, I believe, are just straight up armor, metal armor. So, but I'm going to paint them brown because this is supposed to be a reference to him specifically. I'm using reference points from Total War Warhammer 2 as a reference point for my painting. So, there's no point in not doing it. I'm trying to make it as similar as possible. And to do that, I need his gloves to be brown. Words. Jeez. Jeez, you too. What am I going to do with you two, huh?
How love is.
I know, right?
Yeah.
I think this was the color I was using. I think it was Tusk or Fur. I think. I think my mic's picking up the sound of the paint itself, or the whooshing of like the wind that my arm's creating from doing this.
No, don't
Well, I see
really
it.
hear much.
Well,
It's a bit time to time, but not anything disturbing.
Well, I'm only mentioning it because I see it on my end on the OBS. That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Because I see my mic levels, and I try to keep a close eye on them.
Nah, I don't hear that much, so you're okay.
I apologize. Oh boy.
Yeah, he's probably going to show me some grimgore porn.
I mean, considering it's on YouTube, I hope not.
You'd be surprised.
I'm not, sadly. I really am not.
He's showing me videos of orcs who can't die. Oh, that's romantic.
Is it the one from the Doomsack video or whatever?
No, from Shadow of War.
Oh, that one. Okay. I do enjoy that video. It's fun. The orcs from Shadow of War in general are fun.
It was a pretty good game.
Yeah, it was very enjoyable. That's why I'm disappointed there's not a third, but I understand.
Yeah, who knows? They still have the license.
Not denying it, just, you know, wouldn't be the same.
The TV show is coming out soon. Maybe
For-
they'll.
For Shadow of War?
Now, Lord of the Rings of Power.
Hmm.
Coming on to September.
It's coming out in September? Huh.
Yeah, but I don't have much hope for it.
Yeah, well, I don't have much hope for shows in general anymore.
I mean, especially since it's made by Amazon and after what they did to Wheel of Time, which was a fucking joke.
Yeah, well.
Zero expectations.
Yeah, well, what can you do about it, right? Or if I ever get a third, I need more or purification simulator. I mean, I would enjoy a third, but unfortunately the second pretty much kind of like said, yeah, this won't happen.
Maybe another story, another place.
I mean, maybe. The thing is that technically we could always follow the lady again. But we would not be dominating orcs.
Yeah, but it would be better to do something in like the first stage or the second or even the fourth stage where you don't have much story to clash together.
I don't know. At the very least, I can't see it. But I wouldn't mind more as long as because honestly, the general idea of just Shadow of War was to create armies, and that honestly appeals to me. It's why I enjoy it is why I enjoy Total War as well.
Yeah, too bad there's not much chance to see a Total War Lord of the Rings.
No, I know that. My point was is more of just like the army building perspective. I like the idea of building armies. I don't know, it's just a fun idea. Hope they don't tire it.
Hold on, Nick. Let me find something for you.
Oh boy.
What they said about it. Nah. Well, I could always post more orc girls for him, but this time it wasn't about that.
Shit. But yeah. Wait. Well, I don't know, man. I I don't know what I would want from another Lord of the Rings game. I'll just say that. I have no clue what I would want.
Well, for me, the last ones were pretty good.
I mean, personally though, I'm just like, I don't know where I'm sitting on this. Like, I wouldn't mind more, especially if they're similar style to Shadow of War. But like at the same time, it's like I don't know. It's just kind of like I'm here, not really waiting for anything specific.
Damn it, where was the...
Trying to find it.
Okay.
Okay, I see where that. Okay. Their armor was the coolest.
Oh my god, 200 characters? Really?
Just kidding. But apparently this, what, the one you're talking about is supposed to have like 200 characters in it?
No, the YouTube message thingy.
No. Yeah, it's always been like that.
Yeah, but I'm trying to post a wall of text.
Yeah, well. Technically, you could just post it in Discord. But yeah, like this model just reminds me about my mic. I hate how much I hate white because it's like sand. It gets everywhere.
But like I said, after Wheel of Time, I have absolutely no hope.
Fair enough.
They really blew it on that one.
I think Wheel of Time got like super hyped up or whatever.
Yeah, but the problem is it ended up being a fan fiction. I mean, the events had nothing to do with the story at all, except like the name of the characters and some locations. I don't know what they were thinking.
Oh, Nick. But you did post a lot. It is correct.
Indeed. And it was all for him, and he's not grateful at all.
Hey, man. He's just stating the rules. Was one of the rules is technically don't spam.
Well, it wouldn't be spam if YouTube would allow you more than 200 characters.
Either way. All streaming services have it at a limit of 200 or something like that. I think. I don't remember Twitch's. But then again, I don't stream or watch on Twitch very often. If I do, I'm watching it for my friend. Watching him stream. Thought I missed that spot, but apparently I didn't. I was to touch that up right there. After how that last season ended, apparently it's like, who wants more?
Well, they wasted 30 million filming the pilot for the prequel series, and they had like zero interest in it, and they canceled it because it was huge. It was like the biggest franchise in the last years. Everyone was talking about it. Everyone is enjoying it. Blah 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 blah. Whatever.
And then they fucked it.
And after it finished, it died. It just died out. No one was talking. No one wanted anything to hear from it. Nothing.
Well, yeah. From what I heard, what they did with that ending, yeah, I don't blame people. Apparently, they shafted it.
Yeah, because the writers wanted to do Star Wars, and after what they did, guess what? They got fired from that as well. George R. R. Martin wanted to have it go to 14 seasons to solve all the story. But no.
Yeah, well.
Some people are dumbasses.
Never denied that.
Yeah.
Shit. Had it. Where was it? There it was. Trying to figure out where the spot was I needed to fix. Damn it. I was hoping to miss that spot, but apparently I didn't. I don't know. That's one of those things that's like, you know, might be something to do with the politics of the game, if that makes sense.
Eh.
I don't know.
I don't either.
It could have been intertwining out with someone else. It could have been whatever. There could be a million reasons why. And we'll never know, technically. They could give us a reason, but it's like, is that the actual? Or is that just a bullcrap reason they want us all here, you know? That kind of thing.
I just think they didn't give a fuck anymore.
Yeah, fair enough.
And to be honest, they did not have any source material, so Dumb and Dumber didn't know anything better.
Yeah, well.
So, eh.
I don't know what to say to that, really. Really don't. All I know is it's just like crap happens. And it's out of our control.
Yeah, I'm over it. I'm just hoping George will get to live long enough to finish the books.
Let's hope so. So apparently this has already been one hectic year.
Because I really want to see how the story ends up.
And not through someone else's writing.
Yep. Because let's face it, the show one did not make any sense at all.
Okay, I think that looks good. Okay. Put that down for just a moment. I'll be right back.
Okie dokie. Yeah, look.
Just need to hit the restroom
Considering
right quick.
who they are,
I won't be gone long.
I'm not surprised at all. Probably. Well, honestly, I do think he will be able to get the sixth book out. Not so sure about the seventh. Not to mention, there's also always the possibility that he actually wrote a kind of shitty ending. Well, not as shitty as the TV series, but pretty shitty, and now he's rewriting a lot of it.
I should have probably done that. I forgot to do my aid.
What? Do what?
Became a chair stream. Okay, I'm back. Yeah, then.
Who knows, Nick? Who knows?
Well, okay. Okay, so actually, hold on. There's one thing I'm gonna do right quick. Don't have to go far. I just needed to turn my light on because technically I should have done that before. Jesus. But yeah. So. So yeah, let's continue. So.
Go.
Don't really know how I feel about that. More about that later. For now. What am I doing with the swords? Yeah, well, who knows? Okay, so the sword. Sword initially I had is black with kind of red in the middle and blue highlighting. Thinking of maybe if I do. I don't know. That's. Let me look at something, see if I can't find it. Oh, okay. Wait, why am I? Why am I not able to pass that? Dang it. Where was it? See them often. Where is one? Looking for this paint tutorial guide that someone posted before about glowing swords. And it isn't a video, so just straight up a picture. They show the steps of it. Can I find it? Question at the moment. Because I don't remember how far back I've seen it. It wasn't super long ago. Like, that's the effect. That's not the tutorial. Where's the tutorial? That's that. Okay. It's good though. Not what I'm looking for, but that's not what. Not a bad model though. Can't find it. And lame.
I didn't took it. It wasn't me.
Well, I could be completely looking in the wrong group. So. Because I follow multiple Warhammer groups, so. I'm gonna look only a bit further. If it's not there, I'm just giving up. Yeah, no, I'm not seeing it. Well, the page now just doesn't want to load anything else, so that's my sign to say done. Anyways.
Yeah, you need better internet. Definitely.
Well, now I'm trying to figure out, like, excuse me. Do I just want to go back with the original design I did initially, or do I want to do something special, or do I just want to what? Well, let me check reference. The reference bits I have. Let's see. Let's see if I can't find image. Maybe there is one. Hammer. Or shrine tutorial? I don't know. I don't know what to call it. Because I don't want video. I want a freaking image so I can look at it, so I don't have to, you know?
Yeah, the quality of some tutorials are very dubious.
Wait, is this it? The general idea, at least. That's not what I'm looking for. Okay, here we go. There's something on the Reddit. Let me see.
I know someone posted something for guns recently.
Let's see. Prime gray, base coat with 1,000 suns blue. I could probably do something different with that other than that. Apply highlights with 50,000 suns screaming skull. Do not let the transition be too hard. Glaze / feather a little if needed. Apply edge highlights with this mix. I think I see what he's talking about. Yeah, I see what he's talking about, because at certain points there's still blue, like the blue 1,000 suns blue there fully, and then there's the Screaming Skull mix there. Okay. The apply highlights and edges with a 5:1 Screaming Skull 1,000 suns. So you still want to keep some of that. So you're kind of like almost doing like a glaze, looks like. And then at certain points you actually glaze quite heavily to actually give an effect there. Let's see. And further highlight Scream Skull with a tiny bit of the 1,000 suns in the mix, effectively a bluey Screaming Skull. Alright, so. And then shade with Cantor blue mixed with a little 1,000 suns blue, apply tiny highlights of pure Screaming Skull.
God, stupid results.
Shade deeper with a Caliban green, Cantor blue, thousands blue mix of 331. Make glazes of previous mixes to smooth out to high. The transitions are needed. Optional, use brushes with superfine tip to apply 2:1 Screaming Skull, white Screaming Skull. Highlight small reflection outlines. I see what he's talking about. Okay. The thing I'm looking at is that's right. Excuse me. The thing I'm looking at is this.
Let me see. No, I don't see it yet.
It should be there soon. The difference though is that the sword's not a straight edge like that. There's an indentation in the middle. So
as a fuller.
The general idea kind of similar to that, but I'm thinking what maybe what I could do is do like kind of well, how do I do this? I'm thinking like in the middle where the indentation is that I mentioned before, is do like almost like a glowing hot red. Like do a base paint color of like corn red, which is a deep red, and then do like Mephiston red, which is like just a regular, you know, like rose kind of color red. Or like, you know, if you saw like a red carpet, that kind of thing, like it's just red. And then do like maybe a lighter shade of red with or maybe even a reddish orange. And then at the very tip kind of do like almost a white kind of at the tip. That's a thought, but the process would definitely be rough. Mainly just because the detail is so small.
Something really smooth.
Oh yeah. And the thing is, like, you need your brush to be like absolutely perfect for it, or like it can't be frayed at all.
Well, do you have some paper tape to put around it?
Nope.
Nah.
I think I could do it with the brush I have. It's just gonna be rough. Who knows, Nick? Who knows? So I'm trying to figure out though if I want to do the sword first or if I want to do just the indentation first. I think I might just do the indentation first, see if it can't. Actually, what I'll do is I'll paint it the middle, then which is the indentation I'm talking about, by the way. I'll paint the indentation first, but I'll then paint the outside of the blade next. And then what I'll probably do is like, I'll try to see if I have a deep blue, if not like a purple. Well, maybe not purple. That might be too deep of a color. Too dark of a color for what I'm planning. What's that?
It's for Nick. For his corn.
Oh.
Remember something and thought of him.
Well, let's see if I can't get this to work. Nope.
Oh my god, is it so hard to list sizes?
Apparently it is.
It is. Dumbasses.
What is this about the editing thing?
No. Not at this tower. It's too late to focus on that.
Fair enough.
I'm trying to find the support for my razor.
Okay, so the corn red done. I'll have to pick that up later. It's just done. Alright, but my Mephiston red should be fine still. Because I believe I bought a new one. Not recent, but because I don't use it very often, it's been kept pretty solidly closed, so pretty easy to just dive in with it. Nick's asking, what are you doing? And yes, I am talking to you, Ramos.
I was writing for him because he probably didn't hear me. We spoke too low. Let me adjust my mic a bit. Can you hear me better?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. I moved it closer to my mouth.
Yeah, I think that's why this mic sounds better than the last, is just because it's closer. It's a lot easier to get closer, I should say. Because it doesn't take up desk space, words. And because it doesn't take up desk space, it's a very vastly preferred method on my mic compared to my other one, because my other mic had to sit in the middle. This one I could just move around. Excuse me. Oh yeah, this one should be fine. This one's not been opened yet. What did I turn it down? Okay. Let that sit to dry for just a bit. Once that dries a little bit more. What, another layer?
Take it slow, don't rush it.
Well, if I want it to look good, I won't.
That's actually funny, Nick.
Jeez. It'd be more like before the orc can even speak, it'd be bam. Okay. Looking over some reference pictures while I wait. Huh. So someone decided to make an orc using a, what do they call it again? Ogre body. Yeah, let me save the picture. I'll post it on Discord. This isn't the finished product, apparently. He's still working on it. But those are not normal orc bodies.
Posted it? Oh yeah. Now I see it.
For those that are wondering, it's posted in the Discord.
Seems a bit too bright. But the shading is good.
Well, he did say it's not done, so...
Yeah, true. And, well, you can see from the cloud that he brushed it a bit and laid it out, and it still needs to be done. And the base as well.
Well, the base could be done if they decide to. Some people like me don't do the base. I'm weird like that. Excuse me.
Oh my god, Nick. Did you read the Eisenhorn series? Let me write it to him.
You might have heard to. But to be fair, like the stream is delayed comparatively, so
Yeah. Yeah, I keep forgetting that. Since I have you muted.
yeah.
And automatically everything I answer will be delayed as well to them.
Yep.
Since they're not hearing me on Discord, they're hearing me on the stream.
Yep.
Yeah, but basically the Eisenhorn books are that, and they are fucking cool. Did you read them?
Got and Bread, I much
Ah.
prefer them to whatever he's Revenor or something like that. Ravenor.
Yeah. Well, there's a fourth one now, Magus. Well, that's a pretty badass character.
Okay, so we can go back to this blend right here.
Pretty fucked up, but well, it's 40k, so
40k is always
Doesn't say
fucked
much.
up. 40k is always fucked up. Actually, I need a little bit more water because I need this to be watery. Actually, no, I think I have that. Where is it? No, not you. Not you.
I mean, it's a weird ass universe when the orcs are like the most normal ones.
This, yeah, it is.
Well, technically not, because now we have the Tau and they're kinda normal, so to say. Kinda.
Contrast. Where's the here it is.
And that's not saying much.
Yeah, well, when is it ever? When is it ever? To be fair.
But seriously, I want the Emperor to wake up.
If that ever happens, we might be in trouble.
It will be probably an end times event if the Emperor ever wakes up.
Yeah, probably.
And we're probably going to progress into 50k.
Or something of that nature.
Or who knows, we might get a 20k at one point.
Maybe not. I don't know. I'm not saying anything because I'm not sure. Who knows?
I think it should be something between AoS and Horus, the 20k.
Maybe, if they're even the same universe. So I don't think they are.
AoS doesn't seem to be in the same universe, to be honest. The first one, you might go for it and say it's that, but I mean, 30k and 40k are more something like that, progress from Warhammer Fantasy into modern times and then into the future times.
Yeah, I know. $40k end times would result in Age of Guilliman.
Well, I'm sure in the next years they're probably going to wake up another Primarch.
Who knows? There's a good chance.
I mean, there's like two possibilities. Since we at least know two of them are 100% alive, and we know where they are.
All right, let's let that dry. So now what I'm doing is I'm doing glazes. So that takes time because then each layer needs to dry. What the hell?
Or something we could get finally would be to get for an event to happen and the humanity to open the Emperor's writings.
Maybe. I don't know. I really don't.
Because that would explain a lot.
Good. I wouldn't know. I actually haven't been keeping up with the lore too much.
Basically, they have an item that can be opened that was left behind by the Emperor that laid out his plans and what humanity should do in case an event happens.
And of course, by the time it gets opened, we too late. If Lehman Russ appears, they better call the event the Hangover. But remember, wait, isn't Lehman Russ also the Space Wolves Primarch, if I remember right? Think?
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounded about right.
Oh, you could get Tiger Boy.
Who?
You know, the Green Primarch.
No, not Dark Angels. Dark Angels are lions.
No. They are the lion, not the tiger. My
That's-
bad.
That's why I was very confused, because I'm like, who the hell's like a tiger?
Yeah.
I know there's Lion from Dark Angels,
Yeah.
but like tiger? Since when? When did this shenanigans happen? Like, I know I'm out of the loop, but come on.
Or we could get Vulcan if the salamanders manage to find the other relics.
Maybe.
Since he said he will only return when they gather it. Lehman Russ unfortunately only know he disappeared.
Some theories say that some theories say he went into the warp gate. That's some theories. No one knows for certain where Lehman Russ went.
Yeah. He just got a vision, took out his bodyguards, and left. Lionel Johnson would be also a very easy one to write in.
Well,
They just have to wake him up from stasis.
the Dark Angels are also an awkward chapter just because everyone's like, they're already chaos. I mean, considering all things, I can kind of agree, but
Not because only Luther betrayed him, and it was only a small force.
yeah, well,
So it's only a portion that got to chaos. Most of the
there's always the inner sanctum too. We're talking about. So, you know.
yeah. Since they brought up Gulliman, they can bring him back easily.
Yeah, well, if they do. That's if they do.
Balkan also is pretty easy because they only need to gather the 9 items and they already have 5 of them.
All right, let's take a picture of this because I want to see. It's a pain to take a picture of. At least want to get that way it is. See if we can't do it with.
Honestly, I don't know if others can be returned except those 3 because we don't really know much about them.
Yeah, well, one of them can't be returned at all, just straight up because of, you know, Abaddon. Or, no, whoever his name was.
Well, some of them are permanently dead.
Yeah. I think it was the Blood Angels one was permanently dead.
Sanguinius? Yeah, Sanguinius is dead.
Which is annoying, but...
Jagatai Khan would be also an option if I think about it.
Who?
Jagatai Khan.
This was theirs.
Khan? The White Scars.
Oh, right. Alright, this is the sword's progress thus far.
And they did release a model of him
Did they?
recently.
Huh.
Yeah.
Fair enough. The sword's coming out the way I want it to, which is good. Like, it's progressing with the highlight. Or, not the highlight, excuse me, the blend. That's the word I'm looking for. The blend. Ah! Jesus Christ. So easy to knock over models sometimes. Jesus. Now I'm going to paint that red because I'm not sure what else to do with it. Yeah. If they're not one of the factions I like to play, I don't really pay attention to them too much. Like Space Wolves, I know is Lehman Russ. Sanguinius is from Blood Angels, but I care about those two because I like their playstyle. Eldar I kind of pay attention to, sort of, not really. Like, not as much as I could. The general idea, like, yeah, I don't know. It helps that my favorite model is an Eldar model. I know technically they're called Craft World, but meh. Excuse me. Okay, let's see. I think I could do like maybe like a wild red rider. The white. Maybe. Or if I have a brighter orange. Technically even a yellow would do. Well, I found a brighter color, so we'll do this. But yeah, there's a picture of the sort of work in progress on the Discord if you guys want to see it. I'm kind of proud of it thus far, so you should definitely check it out.
Let me see.
Blends are not easy to do. They really aren't. If anyone tries to tell you different, it's because they have experience, like a lot of experience. I don't have a lot of experience with blends. I've only done blends on like 3 models. This being the 3rd.
Yeah, you need a way smaller brush for detailing.
Well, yeah. I need more actual paint instead of... There we go. Yeah, that's fine. That technically is a mistake in a sense, but that could work to my favor because that actually helps with blending later. So that's perfectly acceptable. Oh wait, I also just realized I don't have red right there. Okay. Okay. So the next thing I want to do is maybe create a lighter orange towards the tip of the sword itself, and use that for the very tip to kind of give a very bright feel. Let me touch up this spot right here a bit more. Not quite where I want it. There we go. I wonder if Games Workshop will ever decide to do anything with the 2 lost Primarchs. I don't know.
Not really. It's pretty clear the Emperor killed them.
Actually, not
Plus, they're
Seguinus.
all legions.
Seguinus didn't get killed by the Emperor.
No, he's talking about the 2 lost legions. 2
Oh.
and 19. Legion 2 and Legion 19.
The Alpha Legion and
about those.
Alpha Legion, whatever one it was, something like that. I think I know which one you're talking about. Yeah, he probably killed him.
No, it's in a book. He murdered them before.
Well, I'm talking about the legions in general.
Yeah.
The followers and such.
No, he killed everyone.
I thought one of them got away. The ones that attacked on Terra.
The Alpha Legion?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I thought they got away.
That's the 20. Alpha is 20.
Yeah, I thought they got away. I could be wrong. Alright, let's see. I have white scars, so... Actually, let me turn my palette around a little bit more. That way I can work with that. Okay, so I think what I want the tip is kind of like a bright orange. Or maybe even just a white.
I think Game Workshop is keeping those two legions just for people to make homebrew chapters.
Maybe. I don't know.
And sell.
Okay.
And sell more metals.
Maybe. That's a possibility. It's not impossible. All right. Let's mix some orange into this white I have over here. Not quite bright enough. A little bit more white.
Well, I don't really think the Emperor ever wanted to do that.
Who knows?
We must know one thing. The Emperor knows the whole future. So he definitely wanted to get killed and put on that throne. Well, not get killed, you know what it...
Wounded gravely.
Yeah.
Because technically he's not dead. Technically.
And he has a plan.
He's a man with a plan.
He knows everything that was going to happen. He knew about Horus from the beginning. But still, he let all those events happen.
I'm starting to just think a white would have done better. This could be used as a blend. That could be used as like a blend point right there. Man, I'm getting so much paint on my hand. But that's typical, so.
I was searching for an old short story I once found. Quite funny. My lord, I bring news. Yes, Lord starships have appeared in the outer system and are on course for a landing. They have been identified as elements of the Flesh Eaters. Yeah, well, tell them to sod off and find their own world. Tell them we got here first. Sire, you misunderstand. They are here to defend this world. What? Why? It's a sorry state of affairs when followers of Chaos start to defend the weak Imperium from each other. Lord, the Flesh Eaters are a loyalist chapter. They are? With a name like that? Are you sure they are not one of ours? Positive, my lord. Have you been able to call for any assistance? The Astropaths have contacted other forces nearby. Unfortunately, this has also alerted other loyalist forces in the sector, and they are also headed our way. Bugger. So who gets here first then? The Alpha Legion, sire. It never rains, it only pours, right? What? Sir, the Alpha Legion is one of ours. Is it? Yes, I'm confused. You're telling me a mob called the Flesh Terrors isn't one of ours, but a mob called the... what was it again? Alpha Legion? Right, a mob called the Alpha Legion is one of ours? That is correct, sire. So
That's
who
about
else is showing up for this Barney then? The blood drinkers. One of ours, one of theirs. Okay, they are warriors, one of theirs, no, one of ours. Go figure. Dark Angels. Now I've heard of them. Those are followers of Slanesh, right? No. Dark Angels are loyalists also. Bugger. So who else then? The Emperor's Children. Oh, that one too is they're obviously loyalists with a name like that. Not exactly, my lord. Really? Yes, lord, they're one of ours too.
like, good lord. Okay, that's way too much still. Anything?
Well, we don't really know.
Well, not what you said. Talk about paint.
Yeah, no. Talking to Nick. We don't really know what his plan was. But he has a plan. He even left behind documents.
One time in the lore, the Imperium and Chaos actually teamed up in order to fight some huge threat. If it was any time that they did that, it was probably because of Tyranids. Tyranids are just a threat to everyone. Oh, I'm reading what Nick said. Like, if there was ever a time that they actually teamed up at all, it would have been probably because of Tyranids. Tyranids, if left alone, could be an actual disgusting threat.
No, I think he's talking about the War of the Beast.
Maybe, I don't know.
I don't think there's another one. And there they were fighting orcs, not Tyranids.
You're finding what?
Orcs.
Oh, orcs would be a threat
That's
too.
That's when they went and fought together.
Yeah, orcs could be also a really big threat, especially if the orcs ever, and I mean ever, all work together. They could easily take over the galaxy.
Or maybe there was something else, I don't remember.
Orcs are just that much a threat.
No, that was what Black Templars and the Iron Warriors fought together.
Not sure why. Like, other than the fact that it was orcs. Like I said, orcs, if they work together, could be an actual problem.
Yeah, because orcs are fucking weird.
Power of imagination's their power.
Yeah. I mean, no one knows how the fuck their technology works, because it shouldn't work. And it only works because they believe it does.
Simple. They're the best.
How the fuck you fight that?
Simple. They're the best psychers in the galaxy. That's the running theory. They are the best psychers in the galaxy.
Yeah, if you think about it, yes. At least they don't know how to use that as a weapon. Because if they did, oh my god.
Oh no, please, they do. Because there's a war wagon now that has the ability to be a psyker. The vehicle itself.
Yeah.
The vehicle itself is a psyker.
Yeah, but if a whole war would believe that they could just blow up Earth, they probably could do that. They just have to all believe that shit.
Yeah, I know.
Weird.
Yeah, I know, right? But I guarantee you the Inquisition was on their asses for that. Like, I guarantee
I mean,
you
they
that they were.
probably believed. Or could you imagine if during a fight they would actually believe that Gorka Morka is going to come and kill their enemies?
Technically, they do, but in a sense, they don't. Not well enough, at least.
Yeah, like really believe that.
No, I know. I know what you're talking about. I know exactly what you meant. Okay, I need this to be super thinned down because I need this to blend that section because I messed up a little bit.
The war is coming, Nick. Don't get on their bad side.
If Orc guy Gorkin Mork to appear and kill all his enemies, they'd have.
Yeah, but technically they all have to believe that because that's how it works. It can't be just one person, really.
Not what I meant to do. Accidentally mixed in some more white. What did I mean to do? I'm trying to get this excess pigment off the paintbrush so I can actually do this. I finally got around to 5 RL days of procrastinating to attacking the midnight. The queen's obviously not going to be happy about the fact that you're attacking before she got there, but whatever. You know, the only problem is I have to do it on both sides of the blade. With how long this blade alone, this side of the blade's taking alone, it's like, oh my god. Ugh. But it's gonna look good, so whatever. I'm determined to make this blade look damn good. I mean, that's fair. That's fair, Nick. I just remember her talking to me about it. I'm like, yeah, well, I did something about it, though. And the best part is, you get to see what happens if you go early. Via them. Like, you get to see that whole area before it was readied up like it was. Alright, let's take another... Whoops, hit my mic. Need to stop hitting my mic. Okay. One more picture, just to see... Maybe I need to do a little bit of another mix of wild red and this orange. What was it called again? Fire Dragon Bright. Yeah. Yep, it is a lot easier. because you had to wait a month, you gave them time to prepare and such like that. Whereas in the Azada route, you don't. You give them at most a week, which isn't enough time for them. I honestly think it should have been, but whatever. I'm not gonna argue it. Okay. Get the paint off of that as best I possibly can before I put it into that. This is probably going to be the last section I do before I move on back to that part. Crap. I'll have to get a new thing soon. Why only Azada gets to rush? It mean it's not like the other plots are exactly lacking in armies or troops. You have any reason to wait? I don't know. I honestly don't. I do wish you could rush on the other routes too, but I'm not the one that created the story, so apparently my match next week, or at least more news on it. Oh, nice. Nice. All right. Give me some more of the orange, or yeah, effectively it's orange. Excuse me. I think one more layer of that should do. Hmm. Hmm. Okay. Wait for that one more coat to dry. Put one more coat on. And hopefully that will fix the problem. Hmm. Okay. Close that back up. I gotta hit up one more section. I just noticed something I could have done. So, back to going to get this out. Alright, that should be all I need. All right, that's the progress on the sword posted. All right, there we go. Progress uploaded.
What did you do?
Posted the progress of the actual model itself. That's not really
Made
sure.
it all reddish.
I'm kind of going for like a fiery glow, but it's not coming out quite the way I want it, but it's not terrible either. So, but yeah, all right. So I'm gonna go ahead and end this episode here today. I'm actually needed to go ahead and start getting ready because I need to be ready for when my roommate gets off of work. So I need to get going. So with that being said, thank you all very much for joining me today. I do appreciate it. Thank you very much for your support, and thank you for joining me in the gaming den. Thanks for watching.